Welcome to Behind the Veil, a video podcast powered by the national nonprofit media platform AmericanMuslimToday. This is your AM Global News Bulletin, bringing you the top headlines from around the world and across the U.S. Don't forget to subscribe to American Muslim Today, where the headlines meet hard truth. Today is Wednesday, October 22, and here are the stories making news. Good evening. From Washington to Gaza, from India's Diwali celebrations to the Pentagon's sudden shakeups, President Donald Trump faces mounting tests on multiple fronts that reveal both the reach and the strain of his global leadership. President Trump's parallel bids to secure peace in Ukraine and the Middle East are showing signs of collapse. After abruptly canceling plans for a second summit with Vladimir Putin, Trump admitted he didn't want a wasted meeting. The move followed a failed call between Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Russia's foreign minister, which left talks at a standstill. In Ukraine, a fresh wave of Russian drone attacks on power stations underscored how little progress has been made. Trump's idea of sending long-range cruise missiles was shelved after a tense exchange with Putin, leaving Kyiv frustrated and the war grinding on. Meanwhile, as peace talks stumble abroad, the White House turned to ceremony and diplomacy, rooted in celebration and symbolism.
At the White House, President Trump marked Diwali by extending warm wishes to Indian Americans and lauding Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a great person and great friend. He said the two discussed trade and stability in South Asia, noting with satisfaction that there was no war with Pakistan and India, calling it a very good thing. Lighting a traditional diya, Trump said the festival represents light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance. Senior officials, including FBI Director Patul Patel and ODNI Director Tulsi Gabbard, attended alongside Indian Ambassador Vinay Mohan Kwatra and U.S. Ambassador Sergio Gore. At the same time, Vice President Vance was on the ground in Israel, pushing to turn the fragile Gaza truce into lasting peace.
Speaking in southern Israel, Vice President JDVance called a Gaza ceasefire durable and better than expected. His visit followed meetings with envoy Steve Witkoff and advisor Jared Kushner as part of efforts to move negotiations into the next phase of the U.S. 20-point peace plan. Vance met Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and regional mediators as Hamas officials joined talks in Cairo to discuss disarmament and a new technocratic administration for Gaza. Yet violence persists. Palestinian militants have killed 2 Israeli soldiers, while Israel has launched new airstrikes accusing Hamas of delaying the return of hostages' bodies. Humanitarian agencies warn that aid deliveries remain far below targets, with only a fraction of promised food and supplies reaching Gaza. Still, Vance said he, quote, remains optimistic, insisting that sustaining the ceasefire is the only way to avert famine and restore regional stability. But as the administration tries to hold peace abroad, turmoil is quietly reshaping power inside America's own military establishment.
President Trump has nominated Lieutenant General Christopher Lenave to become the Army's Vice Chief of Staff, replacing General James Mingus after less than 2 years in the role. The surprise move extends a string of unexplained firings and reassignments across the Pentagon under Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Recent weeks have seen early retirements by Admiral Alvin Halsey, who led anti-drug operations off Venezuela, and Air Force General Thomas Bussiere, head of Global Strike Command. They follow earlier dismissals of senior Navy and Air Force officials, including the chiefs of the NSA and Defense Intelligence Agency. Military analysts say the pattern reflects Trump's push for tighter loyalty and a shift toward direct control of defense policy, even as critics warn it risks eroding stability within U.S. command ranks. That's it for now. Thank you for joining me on Behind the Veil. If you value our public service journalism, please support American Muslim Today, a 501c3 nonprofit, by following us on social media at American Muslim Today or donating at AmericanMuslimToday.com. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.